Welcome back to the Bad Influence Podcast, Fired Up Friday, where we show you how to take control of your life without the bullshit. I'm the bad influence that you need in your life, Jordan Banderas. I just want to tell you this right out of the gate. Stop trying to conquer the world when you can't even conquer your own fears. So today, let's flip that script right now and watch your life explode with possibility. Here's the thing. Everyone's busy chasing fame, money, and external validation. Yet, a lot of people are still feeling empty inside. Here's the raw truth about this. If you can't own your inner battles, no amount of external success will fill that void. Because society hammers it into our brains that real success is about stacking up titles, acquiring more stuff, and dominating others. But that's a distraction, a mirage. You can have all the flashy trophies in the world and still be hollow inside. Listen closely on this one. Your subconscious mind is on autopilot, chasing external gold stars while your inner self starves for attention. It's time to snap out of it. Shift your focus inward. That's what you need to do. You have to focus inward because real power, the type that lasts, comes from inside. I learned this lesson the hard way. I learned all of my lessons the hard way for some reason. Here's what happened. I was nailing all the superficial milestones, career success, social clout, but I still felt like nothing was ever enough, at least for me. Hitting emotional rock bottom forced me to see that no external win could compensate for internal emptiness. Conquering yourself isn't about achieving perfection or killing every flaw. It's about owning your entire being, fears, flaws, and strengths, and using them to fuel your growth. Fear and doubt are the biggest thieves of potential. They keep you procrastinating, second-guessing, and playing small. But guess what? Those same fears become stepping stones once you decide to face them. Think about it. You're wasting time, energy, and even your own happiness staying stuck. Every day you hesitate, you're missing out on the life you could be living right now. Are you really willing to keep stalling? Imagine how liberated you'd feel if no insecurity had a hold on you because you claimed it all. Turn those flaws into fuel. That's the kind of unstoppable mindset we're aiming for here. Fear isn't the enemy. It's a signal that something important is at stake. Acknowledge it, face it head on, and watch how quickly your confidence soars. Fear confronted is fear conquered. When I finally recognized that my accent, something I once saw as a liability, was actually a strength, everything changed. Practicing public speaking, I found that authenticity breaks barriers. What I fear most became my trademark. You want to do something big? Start a project, ask for a promotion, launch a business, but you stall. Then you overthink. Then you beat yourself up for stalling. And that loop? It's crippling your potential and it's time to break out. Fear of rejection and failure keeps you cozy in your comfort zone. But that zone isn't safe. It's the silent killer of dreams. If you stay there too long, complacency robs you of your growth. Chasing dominance or external success to compensate for inner turmoil is like plastering a wall with gold paint when the foundation's cracked. Oh, yes, it does. Because sooner or later, it crumbles, and you're left with nothing but regrets. A few years back, I was terrified of any form of public vulnerability. My heart pounded at the idea of simply introducing myself in a crowd. But I knew I couldn't stay in that fear forever if I wanted to grow. Therapy was my first breakthrough. I confronted the real reasons behind my anxiety, old traumas, self-doubt, cultural conditioning. It hurt like hell. But it was the start of forging a new identity. It wasn't an overnight fix. I want you to understand this. I practiced daily affirmations, forced myself to speak up in small gatherings, and journaled every time I felt fear inching back in. Each tiny step built unstoppable momentum for me. First, write down your biggest fear. Is it rejection, failure, abandonment? Then ask yourself, what's the worst that could really happen? You realize most scenarios are far less catastrophic than your mind wants you to believe. Grab a notebook. No excuses. Journaling exposes limiting beliefs lurking under the surface. Once you see them, you can reframe them. Turn I can't into I'm learning to. Turn I'm not good enough into I'm growing stronger every day. Not everyone around you will support your transformation. So set boundaries. Protect your energy like your life depends on it. Because it does. You can't conquer yourself if your environment keeps undermining you. Therapy, coaching, or mentorship can speed up the process. Sometimes you need an outside perspective to spot blind spots. You truly do, because they're called blind spots for a reason. We're not able to see them. We're blind to them. And if someone else can actually tell us what our blind spots are, imagine how much farther you will get in life. And there's no shame in that. It's a power move to invest in your own growth. Choose a memory where you felt confident and unstoppable. Close your eyes. Relive that moment and press two fingers together. Now, every time you feel fear creeping in, use that anchor to recall how powerful you truly are. When negative self-talk arises, I'm a failure, I'll never succeed, catch it, grab it, reframe it immediately to something empowering, like I'm learning or I'm on the brink of a breakthrough. This trains your subconscious to focus on possibility, not limitation. Visualize yourself doing the very thing you fear most. Nailing the presentation, acing the interview, speaking up in a meeting. Make it vivid. Your brain can't tell the difference between real and imagined success. So feed it the right images. And this is so true. The science is behind this. If you do this, your brain cannot tell if it's true or not, whatever you're imagining, because you're creating it in your mind. So create success from your mind and then let it go outward. Mastering yourself doesn't mean life gets easy. It means you get stronger. Chaos can swirl all around you, and you'll remain rooted, able to pivot, adapt, and thrive without losing your center, which is important. When you own every part of yourself, you stop pretending. You don't give a shit about anyone else's opinion. Suddenly, the people who gravitate towards you are those who resonate with the real you. That authenticity builds unshakable bonds, both personally and professionally. Once you've confronted your deepest insecurities, future challenges become stepping stones. You realize you've survived worse. So why not take the risk? This resilience ignites a cycle of daring, growth, and more daring. You will have inner doubts. People will criticize you. But guess what? Their opinions are not your reality. When someone says you can't, they're really telling you about their own limitations. Don't embrace their limitations. Afraid people will laugh at you? Let them. They're probably stuck in their own illusions. Meanwhile, you'll be climbing to heights they can't even fathom. Remember, no one doing better than you will ever tear you down. Growth isn't microwavable. It's slow cooked. If you're not seeing instant wins, keep going. Consistency compounds, and those small gains turn into massive leaps over time. So quit whining about how you want a better life but are not willing to work for it. Stand up, shake off the pity party, and take a single step. Because action kills anxiety. Movement shatters stagnation. No one is coming to rescue you. I know this sounds harsh. Maybe it's harsh, maybe it's not, who knows, right? But once you realize it's up to you, you gain a level of control that's downright electrifying. So rely on yourself. Be your own damn hero now, today, not tomorrow, not next week. Now is your moment. Pick one fear you've been dancing around and promise yourself you'll face it within the next 24 hours. This is your jump start. You will fail. You will stumble. And you will doubt. But perseverance means you keep pushing, you keep rising, and you keep evolving. Because you're worth every ounce of effort it takes. Look yourself in the mirror tonight and say, I own my flaws, my fears, and my power. I am unstoppable. That's not just a mantra. It's your new identity. If you're ready to rip off the mask of self-doubt and show the world what you're truly made of, then act. Do it. Start taking those steps. Journal, set boundaries, seek therapy, whatever it takes. Because conquering your own damn self is the greatest victory you'll ever achieve. Now go. The world isn't your enemy. Your own fears are. And you're about to annihilate them, one bold step at a time. And that's it for today. Share this episode, challenge your friends, and start building a tribe of self-conquerors. The choice is yours.